The plan is coming together. Yes, it's all working. Nothing can stop me now. Well, if it isn't Super CJ to my surprise, here to watch me unveil my plague of chaos.
I'm here for one reason only, Captain Frenzy, and that is to stop your destruction and make sure that you never return to this planet again.
But I think I like it here, Super CJ. And besides, soon this whole planet will be mine.
Not if I have anything to do with it, Captain Frenzy.
But you forget one thing, Super CJ. I have the mystical crystal globe. Its power is second to none in the universe. And with it, I will complete my mission of world domination.
Captain Frenzy, you forget? The mystical crystal ball can only be powerful when it is used by someone of pure heart, which you do not have.
Oh, really?
It is no match for my sorcerer's wand.
There's only one way to find out.
Hello, welcome back to Acting with CJ. How great are superheroes? In today's episode, we're going to learn how you can become your own superhero. First up, I'm going to talk about body language. But before we start, you might like to go back to episode 1 and 2 and learn about body warm-ups, because it's so important that we warm up our body before we start. I'm going to run through 2 more quick exercises. So I'm going to do some shoulder rolls. So you just lift up your shoulders and roll them. Be very, very gentle and slow. 4, 5. Now try and go back the other way. It's a little bit tricky. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Next, we're going to do a neck warm-up. So you have to be very, very careful of your neck. So, very slowly, you're going to bring your chin to your chest. And then you are going to move left, slowly, and hold. Then you're going to come back to the middle and right, slowly. And then back to the middle, and then slowly up. Right, now we're all ready to learn about body language. So, we use body language to communicate how we feel, and it's the same with our characters. So, for example, if Super CJ rocked up to fight Captain Frenzy and she was looking like this, do you think she looks like a superhero ready to fight Captain Frenzy? I don't think so. So she needs to have her shoulders back, her wide stance, her hands on her hips to be ready to fight Captain Frenzy. And this is before she's even said anything. She's just using her body to show how she feels about Captain Frenzy and that she is ready to take him on. Think about how I'm feeling if I did this with my body. What about like this? So we can use our bodies to shape our characters about how they're feeling and their relationship to other characters. If you're playing a character like Super CJ, you want to come in looking confident and ready to take on the world. But what if Super CJ was feeling a bit wobbly, or she was only leaning on one leg and moving a lot? Does she look ready to take on the world? Make sure your feet are planted on the floor, you've got a good stance, and you're feeling confident and ready to take over the world. But not every character you play is going to be super confident like Super CJ. You might play a character that's quite shy and doesn't really like being the center of attention. So you can use your body language to show what kind of character you're playing. This helps us when we're doing our character development. Next time you're with a group of people, if you watch their body language, you might be able to tell how they might be feeling. What about when you've done something wrong and you walk in to your mum's room? She doesn't look very happy, does she? Her arms might be folded. She might be looking down. She might be looking a bit cross. Or when you walk into your sister's room and you scare her, how does she look then? Or what about when you walk into your classroom? What does your teacher look like? Without saying a word, you can look at their body language and figure out how they might be feeling. Another example is if you think about when you're sick or when you see someone not feeling very well and their sort of body is a little bit down and they're sort of not feeling as bright as they normally are, and their head might be a bit heavy because they're not feeling well. As well as using our body, we can also use our face to show how we're feeling. These are called facial expressions. So before, when I was feeling a bit sad, I crossed my arms and I made my face go into a really sad face. And then when I put my arms up, I showed that I was really excited by doing a really excited face. So our facial expressions show a lot about how we're feeling as well. So if I'm being super CJ and I walk in like, "Hi, Captain Frenzy," it shows a lot about what's about to happen. This helps so much with our character development as well. You know that we can all be superheroes. You can start thinking about your own superhero that you might like to be. You can come up with a cool, catchy name, like Super CJ. And then you can start thinking about your body language and how your character might start in a scene. I know Super CJ always puts her hands on her hips. But we can also all be amazing superheroes by being kind to people who make the world a happy place. That's all for today. Before we go today, there's something that I must do. Can we please thank Captain Frenzy, played by guest star Declan Brown?
Thanks so much for having me, everyone. I had a whole lot of fun. And hey, you never know, Captain Frenzy might be back for another episode, I reckon.
Not if I have anything to do with it.
Oh, no, come on!